Namo Namaha. Andarki Namaskaramlu. Today is again a very good day. One extra day we are getting on Sanatana Dharma. We are lucky that Dr. Visalakshi garu has spared some time for us to cover Sanatana Dharma in detail. So today is the 33rd day of our classes on Sanatana Dharma. And we have finished, of course, 1 month and 1 week. Second week is going on. Now we will have Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. After that, we will start.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayajasi Talam, Sasyasyaamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayamine pullakusumita drumadala shobhine suhasine sumadhura bhashine sukhadam varadam mataram vande mataram. Vande Mataram. Namaskar.
Vande Mataram. Dhanyawad. Let us request Anantanji to start the prayer.
1 minute meditation. Hari Om. Close the eyes. Sit erect. Remember your gurus, your parents. Do namaskars to them. Remember your Kuladevata. Do namaskaram. Om. 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 Om Gananantva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashvanvannoti Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebirvajinivati Dhinamavitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroh Matirasti Gurau Mama Pahi Guru Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalaspatikakrutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Shruti Smruti Purananamalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
Dhanyavadah. Let us request Visalakshi ji to start the webinar, please.
Om Shri Mahaganathipataye Namaha. Om Shri Parvati Rajarajeshwarabhyam Namaha. Om Shri Metha Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shri Mahasaraswatye Namaha. Om Shivaya Gurave Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Cha Namah Shivaya. Thank you all very much for allowing me to take one more day. Yanda light again. Light. Now, Upanayana Samskara, today we will know about how to do Upanayana Samskara. Mukta Vidruma Hema Neela Thavala Chayair Mukhai Stri Kshanaihi Yuktam Induni Bhatta Ratna Makutam Tatvartha Varnatmikam Gayatrim Varada Bhayankusha Kasha Shukram Kapalam Gadam Shankam Chakramadhara Vinda Yugalam Hastairvakantim Bhaje Yo Deva Savitasmakam Thiyo Dharmadi Gocharaha Prerayet Bhargayet Tasya Tadvarenyam Upasmahe Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam Adyam Vidyancha Dhimahi Buddhim Yana Prachodayat Jaganmatre Gayatri Devyai Namo Namaha. Of all the rites and sacraments imposed on us by Maharshis to get liberated, the best samskara for those who were born who were born in Brahmin caste with Purusha Upadhi is Upanayanam. We already knew what is samskaram. So by observing these samskaras, the existing dirt and impurities are removed and virtues will come to us. That is, virtues will be developed in us. So every day we take bath. That is, we do samskara to our body. By this, the dirt on the body would be removed. Then we apply sandalwood paste or any such beautiful anointments, fragrance, which is not there originally, would come to us by applying sandal paste, etc. Similarly, by observing the samskaras before birth and after birth, slowly, not only the impurities of the body would be removed, but the impurities of jiva, jivatma, would also be purified. Then sadgunas, sattvikata, the luster and knowledge would join and improve the jivatma. By observing the 10 sacraments so far would make a person befitting to get the Upanayana samskara done to him. Without proper knowledge, some people think that Upanayana samskara should be done to perform marriage. Upanayana samskara brings eligibility to a person to get initiated into Veda Vidya. One who purifies his body and mind and would be gaining divine power by daily observing Sanchya Vandana, Gayatri Japa, would be qualified to study Vedas. under an Acharya, Guru, to observe Panchamaha-yajnas, Upanayana Samskara is a must. Jagadguru Sri Adisankara Bhagavatpadacharya said, Jentunam Narajanma Durlapam, Ata Pumstvam Tato Vipratat, Tasmad Vaidika Dharma Marga Parata, Vidvatvam Asmat Param, Atmanatma Vivechanam Swanubhavo, Brahmatmana Samstiti, Muktirno Setakoti Janma Sukrutair Vina, Muktirno Setakoti Janma Sukrutai Punyair Vina Lapyate. So it is very difficult to get human body and be born as a human being. Moreover, it is fortune to be born as a male child. Even, even in that, to be born as a Vipra and having the tradition of following righteous path to acquire scholarliness is still very rare. To have the discrimination of what is good and what is bad, what is Atma and what is Anatma is still more difficult. To get self-experience and to be in the state of Brahman can be obtained only by the merit acquired in hundreds of crores of births, janmas. Otherwise, it is impossible to get a human body. So we should utilize it properly and get moksha, liberated, and we should get Brahma Jnana by this Upadhi, by being initiated into Upanayana Samskara. Out of 84 lakhs of living beings, only human beings have the opportunity to reform their body, mind, and karmas done and to get mukti. Jnana devatu kaivalyam. We get liberated by jnana. Jnana is acquired by Shastra Adhyayana, Veda Adhyayana. That would be possible by the teachings of Sadguru. That arhata would be gained by getting Upanayana Samskara done by purifying the person with Vedic mantras. So Upanayana is the qualification to acquire into Gurukula Vasa, that qualification to enter into Gurukula Vasa and study Vedas and scriptures, Dharma Shastras, etc. Why we have to study Vedas? Because Vedo Kilo Dharma Moolam. Vedas are the roots of all dharmas. The aim of life can be achieved by knowing and practicing dharma. We can protect our Veda Vijnana and Vedic culture by putting that into practice. Now let us know the meaning of the word Upanayanam. The word Upanayanam is formed from the root ni, nay, to lead, nayati, to take away. Nayati means to take. With the upasarga, upa. Upa means near. That is to take near. So near to whom and where? Near to an acharya, a Sadguru. Upanayana means to take us near Brahma Jnana. Because after doing Upanayana, parents take their child to Gurukula and hand over him to a Guru to preach him Veda Vidyas and also Brahma Vidya, the ultimate knowledge. Upanayanam. Upa means near. Nayanam means eye. The eye is called as Nayanam because whatever object is seen, the eye reaches that object. And this brings that object near to us. So that which makes the faraway objects near is Nayanam. And that which is near to that is Upanayanam. So that is called as Upanayana Samskara, which gives us the way to gain that knowledge by by gaining which knowledge, Brahma Jnana, Jiva wants to get liberated, that knowledge will be gained. So to gain that knowledge and thereby reaching the goal of human life, one should get initiated into that Upanayana Samskara and Brahmopadesha. In the olden days, Upanayanam was performed even to girls along with boys. We know about many Brahmavadins, Brahmavadini, Brahmajnanis also, like Gargi, Maitreyi, Lopamudra, etc. Many people are there, women are there. But due to so many social reasons and the changes occurred in due course of time, nowadays they are doing Upanayana Samskara only to boys. By Upanayana Samskara, one becomes Dvija, twice born. The parents give birth to the boy. This Manava Upadhi will be given by parents. By getting Brahmopadesha, he becomes Jnana Swarupa. So he is called as Dvija, born twice. Second time, he is born with knowledge. He took the form of knowledge. By this, he gets the worthiness to do Gayatri Japa and Veda Adhyayana. Upanayanam is that ritual which blooms the eye of knowledge in us and leads us to Brahman. Unless Upanayanam is performed, one cannot observe any sort of Srauta or Smarta karmas also. So, among all the samskaras, Upanayana is considered as the most sacred and important samskara. Janmana jayate vipraha, samskarat dvija uchyate. So by this samskara, he becomes dvija. The boy would be enjoying the childhood till Upanayana samskara is performed. After this, he becomes a brahmachari. Brahmani charati iti brahmachari, who moves and that is he who lives and thinks of Brahman, who moves in Brahman is brahmachari. He has to follow vigorous austerities, right, which are there in which are ascribed for brahmachari. So he has to get up in the early morning at Brahmi Muhurta. Then he has to do Sancha Vandana, Agni Karya, and studying of Vedas. Then Ahara Niyamas will start following. Samaya Palana, Guru Sustrusha he has to do. So all these become essential for a brahmachari to do. So unless Jata Karma, Namakarana, Chuda Karma, then Chaula Samskara, etc., all samskaras are done according to Shastra properly. He will not become eligible for getting this Brahmopadesha or Upanayana Samskara. So at the time of performing Upanayana, all these samskaras, though already they have done earlier, again they would be done once again properly under the name of Anupanita Prayaschitta. So it is said in Apastamba Sutras that the Upanayana Samskara gives excellence to the noble human birth. Sahi Vidya Tastam Janayati. Tat Sreshtam Janma. Sharirameva Mata Pitarau Janayataka. That is, parents give birth only to this body. But real Jnana Sharira would be given by Guru, and Jnana to approach whom Upanayanam is essential. So one has to be taken near the Guru who gives real Jnana. So many of us are performing Upanayana as a compulsory kratu to be done before marriage. Even after that Upanayana being done, this Upanayana Samskara, people are not neither doing this Sanchavandana nor doing Gayatri Japa properly. And so they are losing the spiritual power which they have to gain. So let all of us realize at least now the sublimity and greatness and importance of Upanayana and the Mahotkrishta Mahamantra, Gayatri Mantra among all Saptakoti Mahamantras would be initiated to the child. So to observe and practice and doing this Sanchavandana and Gayatri Japa regularly are must for him to gain the invincible spiritual power. Now let us know when and which time and how to perform this Kratu, Upanayana. In detail we will know. So in Apastamba Dharma Sutras, it is said like this. Garphastame Brahmanam Upanayita. Garpha Ekadaseshu Rajanyam. Garpha Dwadaseshu Vaishyam. So this is how it is restricted. When the living being enters into the womb of the mother, then onwards, 8 years, that is at the 7th year, 3rd month, after completing 7 years and on 3rd month, the Upanayana ritual should be performed to Brahmin boys. Then, so it is called as Garphastami. Garphastami. Ashtama means 8th year when the child is in the womb of mother. Now, similarly, during 11 years, during 11 years from entering into the womb of the mother, the Upanayana should be performed to Kshatriya children. Then on, similarly, during 12th year, to the Vaishyas, this ritual should be performed. Brahmacharya Sakamasya, Brahma Varchasa Kamasya. Brahma Varchasa Kamasya Karyam Viprasya Panchama Varshe. Rajo Balardinaha Shashte. Vaishyasya Ihardino Ashtame. This is another statement given by this sutras, only Apastamba Sutra. It is said in the scriptures that for Brahmin boys who aspire to get Brahminical luster, for them the Upanayana should be performed at 5th age, when the boy is still child and is of 5 years old. Then for Kshatriyas who aspire to acquire great strength, the Upanayana should be performed on 6th year. Similarly, for Vaishyas during 8th year, if they want to get success here on this earth, acquiring a lot of properties and all. So, Vasante Brahmana Upanayita, during Vasanta Ritu, the Brahmins should be initiated into this Upanayana Samskara. Then Grishme Rajanyam, during Grishma Ritu, summer, for Kshatriyas, the children of royal family. Then Sharadi Vaishyam, in Sharad season, then that is autumn season. Sharad Ritu, when Jagannatha's Dasara festival comes and pujas we perform, during that time for Vaishya children, Upanayana is to be performed. So specially for Brahmin boys, performing Upanayana, or for all boys, without any restriction for all the boys, the Vasanta Panchami Tithi or Sri Panchami it is called as, that Tithi would be the best muhurta for performing this Upanayana Samskara. Then they have to see the Tarabala for both father and child also. Nakshatra Bala should be there. Then Apastamba Sutra start with the sutra Atha Upanayanam Vyakhyasyaamaha. That is, and completely speak about the procedure of performing this Upanayana Samskara. How to hand over him to the Guru at Gurukula after completing this Upanayana Samskara. Now, if the father is desirous of the welfare of his son and wants to make his son Aishwaryavan, wealthy and intelligent, then he should perform Upanayana at proper age. Now, what is Aishwarya? Taittiriya Aranyaka says, that is Veda in Taittiriya Aranyaka says, Ruchas Samani Yajugumshi Sahistri Amrita Satam. Ruks, that is Rigveda mantras, hymns. Then Yajus of Yajurveda. Then Samas of Samaveda. These three are the real Aishwarya and real property. That is the wealth. So, to get immortality, the way by which one can reach immortality itself is the real Aishwarya. That is the essence of Gayatri Mantra. So, to obtain that, the Upanayana would be done. Through Upanayana, they are giving Jnana and Aishwarya to the Vatu. Satam Sanmarga Vartinam Amrita Anashta. Those who follow the Vedokta Marga, the path spoken in Vedas, they never get any Anishta, the unwanted things. So, Medha Kama, desirous of Jnana and Brahma Jnana, and Sri Kama, desirous of Aishwarya. Medha Kama and Sri Kama. About those two, Veda speaks. They should study Veda Vijnana, Veda Vidyas. So, Brahmacharya Dvadasya Varshan Eka Vede, Brahmacharyam Charet. Being a Brahmachari, following Brahmacharya Vrata, the Sishya should acquire the knowledge of each Veda studying for 12 years. To study one Veda perfectly, it takes 12 years. So, for studying 4 Vedas, 48 years time he has to spend. In the olden days, they used to perform this Upanayana Samskara for 4 days or 5 days. Nowadays, they are doing it in just 1 day. It should be at least done for 1 full day, because as a part of this Upanayana, the priest should make the Vatu perform Agni Karya during daytime and Sanchya Vandana during evening. So, fully for 1 day it should be done, or the next day morning it should be utilized. So, the priest should come next day morning, early in the morning, and be with the Vatu and make him do Agni Karya. After completing this Upanayana Samskara, Agni Karya should be done. Now, let us know the most important points of Upanayanam. They are Shubha Arambha, starting the pious ritual. Then Vigneswara Stuti, praying and worshipping God Vinayaka. Sankalpa, third one. Now, fourth point is Kalasa Puja. Fifth point is Vigneswara Shodasopachara Puja. Sixth point is Upanayana Sankalpa. Seventh point is Jatakarma, Namakarana, etc. Samskaras to be performed. Then, eighth point is Raksha Bandhana. Ninth point is Swasti Punyaha Vachaka. Then, 10th point is Mantaparadhana. Mantaparadhana and Pandiri Puja we say also. Then 11th is Agni Pratisthapana, Laukika Agni Pratisthapana. 12th is Prokshana Samskaras. 13th point is different homas, Vivitha homas. 14th Ankurarpana. 15th point is Nandi Devata Ahvana. 16th point Yagnopavita Dharana. 17th point is Nandi Devata Samarathana. 18th point is Kumara Bhojanam. 19th is Vastra Mekhala Ajinadi Dharana. Then 20th point is to hand over the Vatu to the gods for protection. 21st point is Navagraha Mangala Asirvachanaka. Then 22nd point is Churnika or Sumuhurta, to keep the mixture of Jeera and Jagari paste on the head of the Vatu. That is the main Muhurta we say. Then 23rd Brahmopadesha. 24th Gayatri Mantra Upadesha and Gayatri Mantra Visishtata. 25th is Palasha Danda Dharana. 26th is Guru Dakshina Samarpana. 27th point is Suryopasthanam. Then 28th point is the vows to be taken by the Vatu. The vows done by the Vatu. Then 29th, Bhikshacharya, Matru Bhiksha is the most important among that. Then 30th point is Sandhya Vandana. 31, Agnikarya. 32, Medha Janana. 33, Sadasyam or Brahmana Asirvachana. These are all the points which are to be done during Upanayana, doing this Upanayana Samskara. Thus, in this process, the Upanayana Samskara should be done according to Shastras. Everyone follow according to their Veda Shakha, either Rigveda or Yajurveda, like that. So, depending upon the Veda to which they belong, and also due to the places, Prantiya Vedas are also there. So there may be small differences here and there, but mainly everyone follow almost all these points. In fact, we should know that we should know about all these points in detail, because everyone is aware of all this procedure. Only Pandir Puja, etc. also we know. The most important points of Upanayana we will try to know now. After getting initiated into this Brahmacharya Ashrama, now it is the duty of Vatu to try and observe all the rules necessary for him to observe. So it is most important to do Trikala Sanchya Vandana and Gayatri Mantra Japa and Agnikarya. If Trikala Sanchya Vandana is not possible at present age due to so many restrictions and jobs, etc., then certainly Prata Sanchya and Sayam Sanchya at least should be done. The Paurnami, which comes after performing Upanayana, is most important day for the Vatu, as he has to perform Upakarma along with his Guru and start Veda Achena, studying at Gurukula. Now, among the 33 points I gave now, the 13th point is observing different homas, such as Akhora Homa, Chakshushi Homa, etc. homas. While doing these homas, the Vatu should pray Agnihotra like this. Shraddham, Medham, Yashaha, Prajnam, Vidyam, Buddhim, Sriyam, Balam, Ayushyam, Teja, Arogyam, Dehi me Havyavakana, Shriyam Dehi me Havyavakana, Om Namayiti. This is how we pray. All of us pray at the time of worshipping fire god and doing any sort of Yajna Yagadi Karmas, Chandi Yaga, Ganapati Yaga, etc. O Agnideva, please give me Shraddha, Medha, Yashaha, Prajna, etc. This is how everyone should pray Agnideva. The priest or Brahmagaru prepares Panchapalikas, fills with mud, makes the Yajamani sprinkle little water, pour Navatanyas again, covering with mud, and then little water is to be sprinkled again. They slowly turn into little sprouts and grow. We believe that if these grow very thick and high, our dynasty would also shine for a long time. They should be taken care for 16 days by sprinkling little water every day. On the 16th day, 16 రోజుల పండగ we say in our Telugu, on 16th day, which is celebrated as a festival, these palikas they are called as. So these palikas should be offered to ladies, that is women, muttaiduvulu we say, along with tambulam by the mother of Vatu. This is our custom. During the performance of Upanayana, the parents, especially father of Vatu, should invite the Pitrudevatas, worship them with gratitude and devotion. By the favor of Pitrudevatas, the dynasty grows. So at the time of Upanayana and Vivaha also, we invite Pitrudevatas as Shobhana Devatas and worship them and get their blessings. Now the priest or Brahmagaru does pranayama, takes sankalpa to make Vatu wear Yajnopavita, then keeps Yajnopavita in a plate and asks Vatu to worship that with Shodasopacharas, the presiding deities of that Yajnopavita. Then the father takes that Yajnopavita and asks elders to touch it, pray the god and bless the Vatu. When they touch it, that Yajnopavita becomes more powerful by the power of the sparsha of elders who do Sanchya Vandana and Gayatri Japa every day. So then the father keeps that Yajnopavita in a plate in front of him and says the mantras along with the Brahmagaru. Like this, these are the mantras. Sri Parameswara Prityartham Mama Kumarasya Ayushyapi Vrityartham Mama Kumarasya Upanayanangatvena Dvijatva Sityartham Yajnopavita Dharanam Karishye. For the sake of longevity and Dvijatva Praptyartham, I am making my son wear this Yajnopavita. Yajnopavita Adhisthana Devatabhyo Namaha Dhyana Avahanadi Shodasopacharaihi Pujayami. So saying, he worships the Yajnopavita and the Adhisthana Devatas. Then Vatu's parents hold the Yajnopavita, and while the priest is reciting mantras, put the Yajnopavita on his neck, saying, Yajnopavita Dharana Muhurta Sumuhurtostu. The mantra recited at the time of wearing the Yajnopavita is Om Yajnopavitam Paramam Pavitram Prajapater Yet Sahajam Purastat Ayushyam Agriyam Pritimuncha Supram Yajnopavitam Balamastu Tejaha. This most sacred Yajnopavita, the sacred thread, had originated along with God Prajapati, Chaturmukha Brahmadeva. When he originated, that gives long life. By knowing this, you wear this Yajnopavita. This Yajnopavita will give you strength and luster. At that time, 3 lines of thread with 1 knot would be there to that Yajnopavita, which Vatu wears. The Vatu should wear it lifelong with much devotion. This Yajnopavita is the symbol of Dvijatva. It is directly Goddess Gayatri Mata. At the time of marriage, again 2 such thrice lines of thread with 2 knots will be added to it. So that 9 lines of threads with 3 knots will be borne lifelong by all those who got this Upanayana Samskara and marriage done to them. In these 9 threads, 9 deities exist permanently and protect those who wear this Yajnopavita. and those who serve them with devotion. So the deities which are existing, residing in these tantus are Omkaraha Prathame Tantau, Dvitiye Agnis Tathaiva cha, Dvitiye Agnihi Tathaiva cha, Tritiye Nagadevatvam, Chaturthe Somadevata, Panchame Pitrudaivatvam, Shashte Jaiva Prajapatihi, Saptame Marutasthaiva, Ashtame Surya Evacha, Sarve Devatastu Navame, Ichetaha Tantu Devataha. So, Brahmanotpaditam Sutram, Brahmana Utpaditam Sutram, Vishnuna Triguni-Krutam, Rudrena Datto Granthirvai, Savitriyacha Apimantritam. So, this Upanayana samskara done with this Yajnopavita. So, this Yajnopavita is so sacred, so powerful, and so great that God Chaturmukha Brahma created Yajnopavita. Lord Sri Mahavishnu tripled that, made it thrice, Triguna. God Paramasiva Rudra, he put the knots there. So God is Savitri Mata, Savitri Devata, gave spiritual power to that Yajnopavita. By thinking of them, we get Ichha Jnana Kriya Shaktis. The size of Yajnopavita is exactly, correctly 96 inches. Normally, gods and deities are of this size, 96 inches. So, by wearing Yajnopavita and observing Deva Vratas and Brahma Vratas, man can become Deva. Human beings can turn themselves into Daivatva. One can obtain Daivatva, and by having the real knowledge, one can become Brahman. So this Upanayana Samskara of wearing Yajnopavita gives the worthiness of gaining that knowledge by which man becomes Brahman, the Paramatman, Parabrahman, transcendental reality himself or itself. So those three on the Yajnopavita are considered as Brahma Vishnu, Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, and Rudra Granthi, the three knots there that exist there. By breaking them, one gets Brahma Jnana and becomes Brahman. So in Nandi Samaratana, the priest asks the father of Vatu, take Sankalpa that he is doing Nandi Devata Samaratana for the longevity of his son, worships Brahmins and offers clothes and Dakshina, Tambula, etc. to them. So as part of Upanayana, they offer food and clothes to brahmacharis. That is called as Kumara Pujanam. Then along with them, the Vatu also sits to eat along with his sister or his mother at some places according to their custom, their tradition. According to their tradition, they sit. Mostly for us Andhra people, the sister sits, and for some others, mother may sit, depending upon the pranta where they live. So, according to the Veda to which they belong, they have to act. Matra saha kumaram pojayet, says some Shastra. Similarly, Bhaginya saha pojayet, says another Shastra. So whatever may be, the meaning behind this custom is that till that time the Vatu eats the food along with either mother or sister or brothers and all, taking food from their plates also out of love and affection. But now onwards, whatever he eats is being offered to gods. So he should always eat only pious food. He should never eat anyone which is touched by any others. Here, some explain the sentence, Matra saha kumaram pojayet does not mean that he has to eat along with his physical mother, but the real meaning is now onwards, he should know that he is eating along with Gayatri Mata, the mother of the universe. So doing prokshana along with Gayatri mantra, he should eat. Satvika hara only he has to take. So matra saha pojayet means with parishechana, he has to eat, offering it to the takutis they put. So with Gayatri mantra, he has to eat. That is, he is eating along with Gayatri Mata. Now onwards, he should do prokshana to whatever he eats. That is why restricted. The food is, the timings also are restricted. So sitting on a wooden plank, Pita we say, on that ground, he should eat holy food with padisha we say, padisham pattadamu they say, sprinkling water with Gayatri mantra japa. After this Kumara Pojana, the Vatu should take bath again and wear Diksha Vastra. That is, priest makes ready that Diksha Vastra and he has to wear that. Then Barhis, they say. Meanwhile, the priest gets all the things ready, whichever are needed to perform the further Karyakrama. He makes it ready. They are Barhis, water pot, kurcha, cloth, a round stone, Sanikalurai, we say. The stick called as Danda, Palasa Danda. Then Krishnajina, skin of deer skin, and Mekhala for the sake of Vatu. So all these things will be prepared by the priest before this Kumara Pojana and taking bath, etc. are taking place. The priest makes Vatu perform Agni Mukha Prakriya. While the priest is reciting the mantras, Vatu offers into fire and says, Agnaya idam namama. Agnaya idam namama. These are not mine. These are for Agni, fire god. With the chanting of holy mantras, the Vatu presses the stone Sanika Lurai with his foot. This is to indicate that he would do all these things and be as strong as the toughest stone, keeping the Diksha Vastras on that stone, and after worshipping the cloths, Vatu wears them. Now by the Sanikalu stone, Vatu has to learn that he also should develop the power, enduring power. He should be able to bear cold and heat, hunger and thirst, happiness and sorrows. Thus all dualities. And be strong as stone in maintaining celibacy. The clothes are only for the Mana Samrakshana, not for luxuries or exhibiting status. So God Devendra, Panchaputa Devatas are prayed for the protection of Vatu. Brahmacharyena tapasa devaka mrityum apagnata, says Atharva Veda. We can stop even mrityu by brahmacharya and penance. The munja grass grows by the favor of gods, Indra, moon, Maruts, etc. So with that munja grass, the thread is prepared, and that thread they tie around the waist, Nadumu we say, of the Vatu, and tie at the, keep the knot at the navel, Napi. This munja thread removes the diseases of the body and increases longevity and spirituality. So while sitting on the deer skin, if we do penance, then Krishna Dina we say, deer skin, and if we do penance, then easily we can attain Samadhi state. That is why sages do penance sitting on deer skin. After getting Upanayana Samskara, the Vatu has to perform many Yaga Kriyas. After completion of education, when he enters into Grihasthasrama, then also he has to do several yajnas wearing deer skin. So, Agnistoma, Atiratra, Aptoryama, Vajapeya, Poundarika, Aswamedha, etc. Yajnas should be done wearing deer skin. So, as indication of Yajna Nirvahana, The deer skin is made to wear by the Vatu now. That is, hereafter he has to do all this. So that is instructed to him with this. Also, it gives sense control, Indriya Nigraha. The priest, with the chanting of Veda mantras, hands over the responsibility of the protection of Vatu to all the gods, because the Vatu has to study Veda Vidyas. So later he has to uh, teach. After learning, he has to teach this Veda Vidya to all others. So because of the protection of Vedas, he is studying Vedas and all. So it is the duty of gods to take care of such Vatus, to protect the Vedas. So thus he is doing benefit to the society. He performs yajnas, yagas, and pleases gods afterwards. So for the sake of that also, God has to take care of him. Thus the Vatu's protection is handed over to Prajapati first, then Agnideva, Chandradeva, Suryadeva, Saraswati Devi, Mrityu Devata, Yama, Jalathi Devata, Oshathi Devata, and then Bhumata. To all these gods, Vatu will be handed over. So all these gods will be taking care of the child, that Vatu. Ante tu sarva mantranam hastagrahanam ishyate devatabhyah paridanam rakshanaya pruthak pruthak. For the sake of protection, they are giving, handing over him. Then when Subha Muhurta is approaching, the priest prays Navagraha Stotras. Trideva Murtir Jagadeka Chekshuhu Virinchi Narayana Shempurupaha Prabhakara Sopana Hetu Puto Vatum Cheturveda Patum Karotu. Thus, this Vatum Cheturveda Patum Karotu, with this line, so many mantras are there. Only one mantra I recited here. When Sumuhurta is approaching, the priest recites Lagnastaka slokas. There Navagraha Stotras means 9 slokas praying Navagraha Devatas. Now here Ashta Sloka, Lagna Ashtaka, 8 slokas are there. Then Sumuhurta Kale Atmana Samipam Anayati Lagnastaka Pathanam Kuryat Churnan Patitva. So for Upanayana, the Muhurta Bala is very important. So for performing any auspicious occasions, for example, marriage, etc., we see Shubha Muhurtas. But for Upanayanam, the strength of that Shubha Muhurta is a must. It is much more essential. And exactly on that Shubha Muhurta Samaya, the mixture of Jeera and Jagari would be kept on the on a betel net leaf first, and then put over the Brahmarantra of Vatu. That mixture of Jeera and Jagari has the power to bring the Anugraha of Devatas. It has the capacity to remove the defects, and it does not allow the old age to approach him, to that person. Na jara vidyate yasmat, always creates enthusiasm and spirit, purifies the blood, creates auspiciousness and pious ideas in the mind. So by keeping this mixture on the Brahmarantra, the petals of Sahasrara Chakra, Sahasrara Kamala, which exists here at that place, the most important among the 7 chakras, Sahasrara Chakra, they get bloomed. So in Yoga Sadhana, the Kundalini Shakti is opened in that Mooladhara Chakra first starting. It crawls slowly upwards, and then while passing through the other chakras, Swathistana, Manipura, Anahata, Visuddhi, Ajna Chakra, finally reaches Sahasrara Chakra and touches the feet of Paramatma that reside there at Sahasrara Chakra. Parabrahman, Paramatma resides here at Sahasrara Chakra. Parvati Parameswara sit there. Then the unimaginable, indescribable bliss, a sort of fountain of bliss overflows when this Kundalini Shakti starting from Mooladhara reaches Sahasrara and touches the feet of divine power there. Then as if the fountain water is overflowing and coming out, thus a sort of bliss, unexplicable in happiness, bliss overflows and completely drowns the 72 thousands of nerves in our body. And the yogi will be overwhelmed with joy and bliss. That sort of bliss, this Vatu also experiences in his life at latter stage by getting Brahmajnana, for which this mixture of Jira and Jagari paste paves the way. Now, Brahmopadesha. Among Saptakoti Mahamantras, Gayatri Mantra is most powerful and Mahotkrishta Mahamantra. Because in other mantras, there are some Bijaksharas. But Gayatri Mantra in Tripada Gayatri, Chaturvimshatyakshara Gayatri, all 24 letters are Bijaksharas only. Bijakshara means, Bija means the seed. From the seed, the whole tree comes. So from these Bijaksharas, all the other letters came. So Bijaksharas are so powerful and very spiritual. Now, such a powerful Chaturvimshatyakshara Tripada Gayatri Mantra will be advised and completely given to Vatu by his father along with Shaktipata. It is most important. Shaktipata of the power of Gayatri Mantra Japa done by the father, done by him, he gives to his child when the priest is chanting that in his ears. So at that time of Brahmopadesha, a very big cloth is covered over the heads of all these persons, three, the priest, the father, and the Vatu. And also the Sanai Medam, we say, this Sanai Medam and drum beating, that should be in a very high sound. They should be played loudly so that these mantras will not be heard by others, except those three. They should not be heard by outside people. So that sound prevents. And also outside sounds are, if anybody are talking, they should not disturb these three, even that is there. So among the many events of Upanayana, the most important events are three. These three are keeping the Jira Jagari paste. This is the first one. Second is Brahmopadesha. Then third one is Matrupiksha. These three. Among these three, the most important and most powerful is Brahmopadesha. So Brahmopadesha is offering the Gayatri Mantra Japa Phala along with preaching Tripada Gayatri by the father to the son, when the son holds both the feet of his father and requests him to instruct Gayatri Mantra and give Brahmopadesha to him. Savitrim po anubruhi. This is how he has to request the father. So at that time, these mantras are advised to him. Suprajaha prajaya puyaha, suviro viraihi, suvarcha varchasa, suposhaha poshaihi. These mantras will be made by Vatu to repeat 3 times. Thrice he has to repeat these mantras. Then this is Brahmopadesha. That is the father speaks to him and over the ear and he repeats. So if 3 times it is done, then he almost can remember them forever. So when any mantra is given 3 times, then that is mantropadesha. It becomes mantropadesha. And also this is itself is Brahmopadesha. Along with this, the Gayatri mantra will be given with Vyakritis. So for Brahmins, this is the real mantropadesha. of father completely handing over his spiritual power to the child, to the Vatu, that is, which is called as Shakti Pata. So Shakti Pata along with these mantras, then later on he gives this Gayatri mantra, Tripada Gayatri we say, Chaturvinshati Akshara Gayatri mantra also is given to the Vatu. Along with Vyakrutis, there are 7 Sapta Vyakrutis, and with 3 Vyakrutis also mostly they do this Sandhya Vandana. Om Puhu Puvaha Suvaha Swaha. These 3 are the 3 Vyakrutis. Then after this Gayatri Mantropadesha, Vatu says Brahmacharya Magam. I have become Brahmachari. Then the Acharya, the Guru, the priest asks certain questions and Vatu replies. Later, 7 yagas are being conducted by Brahmachari. When the Vatu holds both the feet of Acharya, his Guru, the priest, and requests him, Savitrim ho anubruhi. That is how he has to request. Then the Brahmagaru preaches Savitri mantra, which is in Gayatri Chandas to Vatu along with 3 or Sapta Vyakrutis. That mantra is Savitri mantra. So, which is very powerful. The power of sun, the Bharga Shakti that exists in the sun, Savita, it is called as, she is called as Savitri. So, the mantra is Savitri, Savitru mantra, and the Chandas is Gayatri. So, we say Savitri mantra and Gayatri mantra also. Because it is in Gayatri Chandas, it is called as Gayatri, because it flows from the divine power to human intellect, from Guru to Sishya, from father to son. It is called as Saraswati. Sru Sara means to move, to flow. So Saraswati is that which flows from one person to other, one generation to other generation, one place to other place. So it is only the knowledge that flows from one to other. No other thing flows like this. So Goddess Saraswati is the name given to that knowledge, Veda Vidya, Vijnana. So Vidya means education. So now let us know the greatness and importance, the Visishtata of Gayatri Mantra. It is so powerful and so sacred and secret. It is Rahasya Vidya. Guhya, we say, Guhya Vidya. So it should not be uttered by all whenever they like, wherever they like, whoever they like. Thus, they should never utter this Gayatri mantra because it's very powerful and sanctity is there in it. Its sanctity must be protected. It should be prayed only by those who got initiated into this Upadesha of this mantra. So those for whom this Tripada Gayatri mantra is not given, they cannot chant this Gayatri mantra, such as Purana Gayatri or other Gayatri mantras they can chant. There is no restriction for that. So even if they chant the Purana Gayatri or the other Gayatri which is given, I already recited those 2 Gayatri, other Gayatri mantras in the beginning. So if these are chanted, they also will give the same power and same fruit which those who got Upadesha and chant Tripada Gayatri. The same power will be there, the same effect also occurs and the same result also comes if all of us chant those Gayatri mantras. So the Purana Gayatri and mantra shlokas, 2 are there, I said. Once again, I will tell. Yo devaha savitasmakam thiyo dharmadi gocharaha prerayet bhargayettasya tad varenyam upasmahe. Then second one is Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam Adyam Vidyam cha dhimahi buddhim yana prachodayat. So these two Gayatri mantras can be chanted either by male or female. Children also can recite. Those who got initiated, those who got that Upadesha mantra, those who do not have this mantra also can chant. So everybody can chant, but if they are after taking bath and wearing washed clothes, that is only the restriction. Having the same meaning, these two mantras also got the same meaning that the Tripada Gayatri mantra is having, and which would be initiated to certain particular people only who deserve for it. The meaning is we, that is I, whoever says, I pray that power of sun, the Bharga Shakti, which is pervading Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka and Suvarloka, that is Vargaloka, which is the best luster of sun, should incite our my buddhi, my intellect, or our buddhi, our intellect, to move in proper direction. This is the meaning of Gayatri mantra, the Tripada Gayatri mantra, Savitri mantra. Bhajanat, Bhanjanat Bhargaha. Bhanjana means completely removing, burning. Bharga Shakti is that power which completely burns Janma Janmantara Sanchita karma doshas, karma phalas, karma vasanas, we say. So, which incites our intellect in proper Shreyo Marga, but not in Preyo Marga. It should make us travel through Shreyo Marga, and it is Savitri mantra. So, this 24 letters Gayatri mantra is called as Gayatri mantra. It is worshipped as Gayatri mantra during morning time as Savitri, then during afternoons as Saraswati, and it is in the morning as Gayatri. Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati. So in the morning, this is worshipped as Gayatri Mata. Then during evening time, afternoon times as Savitri Mata. Then during evenings, it is worshipped as Saraswati Mata. So Gayatri, Savitri and Saraswati, three are different names of same power, same goddess, whom they worship, whom we have to worship. Now, Gayantam Trayata iti Gayatri, which protects them who worship her, recite her. Na Gayatriyaha param mantram namatu paradevata. There is no other mantra equivalent to Gayatri. There is no other goddess other than Mother. Nobody can become equal to Mother. As soon as the Upanayana is celebrated, then onwards, the Vatu should start to do Gayatri mantra japa. Those who got Upadesha of this mantra, if they do the chanting of any other mantras without doing Gayatri mantra japa, they will not get any power, any phala, any punya. The phala will not come to them. After doing Sanchya Vandana and doing Gayatri mantra japa, they can do the japas or pujas or of any gods or goddesses, they yield results. When this Chaturvimshati Akshara Gayatri mantra is recited properly with the proper accent, then the Shabda Prakampanas make lustrous. The body and the mind of the sadhakas become very lustrous. They create positive thoughts, bring an alaukika ananda anuputi, atmananda anuputi. Such a person realizes himself and becomes atmaveta. Veta means one who knows. Veda to know. So he becomes atmaveta means he got the self-knowledge, Brahma Jnana. So he realizes himself such a powerful person who can control the whole universe. So he gets such a power. Shruti Mata says Gayatrim Chandasam Mata, Stutamaya Varada Veda Mata. Vedas and all Smriti Granthas praise the greatness and Mahima of Gayatri Mantra in several ways. Manusmriti says, Tripya evatu devepyaha padam padam adu duhat. Etad aksharametam cha japan vyakruti purvakam sanchayur veda vid vipro veda punyena yujyate. Three padas of Gayatri Mantra are the essence of Rigveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. Na Gayatriya Paro Mantra. There is no other mantra as powerful as that of Gayatri Mantra. Samasta Sapta Tantupyo Japa Yajnaha Param Smrutam. Himsaya Anye Pravartante Japa Yajno na Himsaya. Tasma Japaha Sada Sreshtaha Sarvasyat Punya Sadhanat. Evam Japaparah Sancham Paktya Upasita Yodvijaha Niyamena Sada Gachet Rushitvam Natra Samchayaha. So among all the yajnas, Japa Yajna is the best. The Dvija who does Sanchopasana becomes Rushi, a sage. Rushayaha Paradarshinaha we say. They can see, they are all Trikala Jnanis. The Jnana Chakshu will always be open for them. So they can see into any time, past, present and future. They can see into three kalas. Then not only kalas, even the space. Wherever, whichever place they want to see, they can see, visualize directly. So such power comes to them. Now, Gayatri Mantra starts with the word Tat. Tat means that. That means that Agnivar, that Anirvachya Parabrahman. Actually, Tat means that. That means which is indescribable. If we can say any article, any person, we say this person of so and so name or article. If we cannot describe, if we cannot say with any qualities or characteristics, then we say Tat. So Tat means Anirvachya Parabrahman, the transcendental reality. This is what is spoken at Upanishads. So Upanishad Pratipadita Brahma Tattva, Paratattva is Gayatri Mantra. That is what about Gayatri Mantra speaks, about that Brahman, Parabrahman. So the transcendental ultimate reality, which is immanent here as Antaryamin in this universe, and which is the substratum, that is Adhara of the whole creation, whole universe. So by Sanchya Vandana Upasana, all the sins will be burnt. The physical and mental illnesses, ati vyathis, never approach. Raga, moha, krodha, kama, etc. They leave that person. And whatever sins are done, whether known or unknown, would be washed away as soon as the Sanchya Vandana is performed. Obtains great powers and liberation. Saraputastu Vedanam Guhyopanishado Mataha. Tapyaha Sarastu Gayatri. Tisru Vyakrutayas Tatha. Gayatri Veda Janani, Gayatri Papanasini, Gayatriyastu Paranasti. Devi Cha Ihacha Pavanam. Devi Chehacha Pavanam. Gayatri Mahamantra is the essence of Vedas, 4 Vedas. And it is the essence of Upanishads, the Jnana Kanda of Vedas. By the Aradhana of Gayatri, one gets Karya Sapalata, Parakrama, Yoga, Dhanata, and he gets Ghanata, and also Jnana, he gets Tejas, Rakshana, protection, Dhi Shakti, Dharma Nishtha, Dharana, Dhyana, Spurana, Sputatva, then Jagruti, Sahas, then Duradarshitva, Viveka, Niranjanatva, etc. Several good qualities. So Vishwamitra Maharshi is the drashta of such a powerful great Gayatri mantra. Gayatri Mata is prayed with the sloka Mukta Vidrama Hemanila Tavala, which I prayed in the beginning, starting of this class. So the priest, while narrating and reciting the Sandarpochita mantras, whatever mantras are appropriate at what time, then makes Vatu hold Palasha Danda, the stem of Palasha tree, which is the symbol of Jnana, knowledge. Once all the gods came under a Moduga tree. Palasha tree means Moduga tree only. So the Palasya Vriksha, they came under the shadow of this tree. They sat there and discussed about Parabrahman, the ultimate reality, and Brahma Tattva. The tree also listened to all the discussions of these gods with very much attention and interest. So that tree is called as Sushravaka. Shru to means listen. Su means good. Sushravaka means that he who heard correctly, perfectly. So that which heard. So because the tree is Sushravaka, then onwards it became very pious. So it became a pious Samhita. So we use Palasya Samhitas while doing yajnas and offering Agni, while doing these yajna yagas. So a branch of that Palasya tree is used in this Upanayana Samskara also. And on all auspicious occasions also we use them. The Vatu holds Palasya Danda while saying Susravaka Susravasam Mam Kuru. O Palasya tree, O goddess of Palasya tree, you belong to gods. Just as you have recited the essence of Vedas, I will also receive the essence of Vedas. So, please bless me to get that knowledge. Throughout his Brahmacharya Vrata Diksha, the Brahmachari must hold that Palasya branch in hand with the firm intention that he would be as strong as that stick. Brahmins hold Moduga Danda, that is Palasya tree, stick. Then Kshatriyas hold branch of banyan tree, Marichetu we say. Then Vaishyas hold the branch of Medi Vriksha, which is also very pious tree. This is said in Shastra like this. Palasya Dando Brahmanasya Nayagrothaha Skandhajaha Avanyagro Rajanyasya Badara Audumbarova Vaishyasya. Now the Vatu Brahmachari should give a Padi Avu, we say, an auspicious, good, healthy cow along with the calf, a milky cow, as Guru Dakshina to the priest. Cow is directly the form of 3 crores of gods. So offering a cow is to offer entire divinity. So cows are the wealth of living beings, especially for human beings. The priest, after taking Godana as Dakshina, recites Omkara 17 times because he took Dana as Dakshina. It is Dakshina only, not Dana. In fact, it is Dakshina. Even then, he has to recite 17 times the mantra. Acharyaha Saptadasha Krutvopasya blesses the Vatu to live long with knowledge. Then 27th point I am telling. The Suryopasthana. The priest brings Vatu outside, shows the sun god shining in the sky and says Asavadityo Brahma. This sun is Parabrahman. The Savitri Devata of Gayatri Mantra is the Bharga Shakti, Bharga Tejas, shining in the form of sun. So, and asks him to salute and praise sun god as Tat Chakshureva Hitam Purastat Chakram Ucharat. Pashyema Sharada Setam. We shall see 100 sharats. Jivema Sharada Setam. We shall live for 100 sharats. Nandama Sharada Setam. We will rejoice for 100 sharads. Prabravama sharadasyatam. We shall speak properly for 100 years. Ajitasya Ajitasyama sharadasyatam. Jokcha suryam drushe. For 100 years we will live safely without being afflicted, without any diseases. We should be able to see sun god for several years. This is the prayer. So after this, the priest takes oaths from the Vatu that then onwards he will lead a systematic life, will not eat or sleep or wander or talk freely as he likes. He will follow what his guru says. He has to ask Bhiksha and offer that Bhiksha to his guru. Whatever the guru gives, that he should eat. Every day he will do Sanchavandana, Agnikarya, Gayatri Mantra Japa and Veda Achena. Triyaham etam agnim dharayanti, Kshara Lavana Varjanam cha, Brahmacharyasya Poshanet Janusishyam, Vatum Guruhu, Badhamicheva Sarvatra, Pratibruya Tato Vatuhu. What all instructions are given by the Guru Acharya, for them, the Vatu says Badham, yes, I will follow. Thus he accepts. Then the priest asks the Vatu to go and get Bhiksha from his mother first, and then father next, second, and from all the relatives, starting from elders who are there. Because then onwards, the Brahmachari has to eat what he gets as alms, as Bhiksha. The Vatu should say his pravara and ask for Bhiksha. Tato gurum mataram anyagumscha vrithan namaskritya Bhiksham cha acharet. Bhiksham yachayet. Bhiksha yachana he has to do. He should ask women as Bhavati Bhiksham dehi and men as Bhavan Bhiksham dadatu. In the ritual Upanayana, the most important features for Vatu Brahmachari are Agnikarya, the procedure of doing, then their meaning, to practice them in life, to get Brahmopadesha, to get Gayatri Mantropadesha, to chant that mantra lifelong, and to get the blessings of elders. So all the relatives and friends who came to attend that Upanayana avoid for this Bhiksha Vandana. This is most attractive and important one for all those who come there. Wearing auspicious yellow cloths, wearing that is Diksha Vastras, wearing a bag that hangs down from the shoulder, right shoulder. It's called as Jole. So with Pancha Shikhas on that head, with earrings called Kundalas, wearing Kundalas, the Vatu shines very beautiful and looks glorious. And he starts to ask for alms, Bhiksha, holding both the ears with both the hands turned like this. He has to, right hand should come up. So holding both the ears, he has to ask for Bhiksha, putting the crosswise hands over and putting keep touching the ears. So he has to say Pravara first, and after telling Pravara, he has to ask Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi, Bhavan Bhiksham Dadatu, etc. Then his mother should give Bhiksha with silver bowl full of grains, that is rice. That silver bowl goes to the priest, Guru. The Brahmachari should give Bhiksha from families and has to give it to his, that is whatever Bhiksha Vatu gets from asking palms from the families, he has to offer it to his Guru hereafter also. So this Matru Bhiksha also goes to Guru. So he has to give that Matru Bhiksha along with that bowl, silver bowl, to his Guru. Whatever the Guru gives to Sishya, he has to take that, he has to accept and eat that afterwards also. So as a symbol of that Bhiksha given by the mother would all be taken to the priest. So after that, whatever would be given by others can be taken by the Vatu or his parents. Now, the priest should teach the Vatu to tell his pravara correctly without any mistakes and loudly and firmly. Suppose his Gotra is Haritasa and suppose his name is Aniruddha, then he should say Chetusagara Paryantam Go Brahmanepya Supam Pavatu Angirasa Ambarisha Yavanasla Triarsheya Pravaranvita Haritasa Gotraha Apastamba Sutraha Krishna Yaju Shaka Achyai Aniruddha Kumara Sharma Ahampo Abhivadaye Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi Bhavan Bhiksham Dadatu. So thus everyone should say their Rishi's name and names. The Matru Bhiksha got now it actually Matru Bhiksha got not only that significance said above as Matru Bhiksha, but it is that Bhiksha, Matru Bhiksha, which prepares food to the Vatu lifelong. So Matru Bhiksha is very essential. Whatever she gives here now as Matru Bhiksha first time, which goes to Guru, that arranges for the livelihood and food of the Vatu throughout his life. So a very big, good bowl should be taken and full of rice. It should be given with whole heart and much love and affection towards the Vatu, child, son, and with much devotion towards Guru, the priest. So after giving the, this Matru Bhiksha, mother puts a gold ring with a stone to the finger of her son. Mostly this custom we follow, Andhra people. About others, I do not know. That ring should be given by him, by this Vatu, when he grows up and gets married to his wife on the first day, first night. So after this, his marriage is celebrated. So he should give it to his wife. Afterwards, all the elders give picture to this Vatu. Then those who are aware of Shastra, they bring rice from their house. We always carry like that only. And give picture to the Vatu. Because their rice we should not give to them. Ours we should give to them. When a Brahmin boy's Upanayana is celebrated, then only Brahmins must attend that Kratu. Only Brahmins can give picture to a Brahmin boy. This is Shastra Vachana. So they should not invite others. They must invite only Brahmins born in that caste. It is not proper to invite other caste people and not accepting their pictures or their gifts. This is not proper. It is insulting them. So they should never do like that, which makes them become sin, which brings them sin. So for the Upanayana of a Kshatriya boy, Brahmins and Kshatriyas can give Piksha. A Vaishya boy can take Piksha from Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. These are the Vaidika Niyamas, Shastra Niyamas, which we have to follow. If anyone wants to celebrate Nandikeshwara Nomu, we say, they can do it at the time of Upanayana. After this Piksha Vandana, a good food should be served to all those who come there with Panchabhaksha Paramanam's food should be served. It is the duty of the priest and father of the Vatu to teach him how to do Sanchya Vandana. Once this Upanayana Samskara is done, then onwards every day Vatu has to do Sanchya Vandana. So he should know the procedure to do himself. He must be able to do. So the three main important features of Sanchya Vandana are Arghya Pradana first, then Gayatri Mantra Japa second, then Suryopasthana, offering salutations to sun god, if possible to do Surya Namaskaras. Some others say that even mudras are also equally important. The greatness and importance of Arghya Pradana is given in the Vedas. A certain Mandeha Rakshasas did penance and got boon from Prajapati Brahmadeva to fight with sun god. By the power of that boon, they afflict the sun and they try to torture him. So, sun god, from morning to evening, but the water purified with Gayatri mantra got the power to stop the power of those Mandeha Rakshasas, demons. So Gayatri mantra apimantrita jalas work as Vajrayutha and throw away the demons to a far off distance. So the demons again try to approach sun god, but it takes time. So at that time, if any other human beings perform Sanchya Vandana and offer Arghya to sun god, those waters will drive away those Rakshasas again to a far off distance. So again, we should offer Arghya to the sun in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening, because that much time the demons take to approach again. So by the time they are able to approach sun god, this offered water again drives them away, thus protects the sun. That is why all the followers of Sanatana Dharma should do Trikala Sanchya Vandana and offer Arghya to sun god. The timings to do Sanchya Vandana are Prata Sanchya, from early morning Arunodaya till the orb of sun fully appears in the sky. During the afternoon, Madhyahnika Sanchya Vandana, from 10 minutes before Apijil Lagna to 10 minutes after Apijil Lagna. Apijil Lagna is exactly 12 noon. So Sayam Sanchya Vandana, it has to be done from the sunset, when the sunset time starts, to the time of appearance of stars. In between, stars in the sky. Then in between they can do Sayam Sanchya Vandana. Mostly everybody should follow these timings, but because we are all human beings, there may be sometimes a person may not be healthy or any most important work might have befallen. Then suppose if anyone could not do at that time exactly, then they can do a little later or early also, but never to not to do, because at that time they are unable to do. Elders say better late than never. Suppose anyone could not do Sanchya Vandana once or a day, they can do Prayaschitta of doing Gayatri Mantra Japa extra. Then Gayatri Mantra Japa should be done with Anganyasa and Karanyasa as a part of Sanchya Vandana after Arghya Pradana and Gayatri Mantra Japa. The Vatu and everybody, whoever are doing Sanchya Vandana, those all should do Namaskara to Sun God, God Sun, with Upasthana mantras. That is why it is called as Surya Upasthana, we say Suryopasthana, because the sun is prayed with Upasthana mantras. Then turning to all directions, they should do Namaskarams to all 8 directions or 10 directions, to all the Dig Devatas, Ashta Dig Devatas, then above and down. Then they should salute to Maharshis who reside in between Ganga and Yamuna rivers. And after the Upanayanam, at least for 3 or 4 days, someone should teach the Vatu about all the procedures he has to observe every day, starting from Sanchya Vandana, Agnikarya, Mudra, Samit Homa, etc. all, and also to do Parishechana and give Ahutis at the time of eating, taking food, afternoon and night also. After Agnikarya is over, the parents should arrange for Sadasya, Veda Mantra Patana and Brahmana Asirvachana. Mostly in all our rituals, we request Veda Panditas and Khana parties and pray them to do Veda Parayana and give us Veda Asirvachana. After Veda Parayana, the Veda Pandits should be honored with fruits, flowers, cloths and Dakshina and saluted and get their blessings. The last event in Upanayana Samskara is Metha Janana. This is also called as Palasha Karma. This Metha Janana Karyakrama should be performed at the root of the Moduga tree, which is there either at the eastern side or north side of the village. Nowadays, if that is not possible, then they can get the same branch of Moduga tree, or which they have used as this Palasadanda, which the Vatu used, even that also can be used and put in a at a place north side of the fire of the Homakunda and do that puja. This should be performed on the 4th day of Upanayana. That is why 4 days they have to do. During this worship, Vatu should invite Pranava Devata, Omkara Devata, Shraddha Devata and Medha Devata with the mantras while the priest is reciting them. Then after Shodasopachara Puja, Naivedya should be offered, and then Harati and Pradakshina Namaskaras also should be offered to all the gods, and pray gods to give good intelligence, capacity to speak perfectly, get good education and knowledge. For this purpose, they have to do this Metha Janana Homa. Now, after this puja is completed, then the priest removes the Raksha Bandhana from the hand of the Vatu, which he had tied at the time of starting that Upanayana Karyakrama, and leaves that at the root of the tree. Now the Brahmacharya Vrata Diksha starts to the Vatu. This is the procedure of Upanayana Samskara, which is very secret and sacred, by which the Vatu enters into Brahmacharya Asrama by observing the duties of it. He gains the knowledge and gets liberated. We do Upakarma as part of Upanayana. This Upakarma is the karma which is done at the time of sending the Vatu to Gurukula for Veda Achayana. The brahmacharis who want to start Veda Achayana will perform certain kratu along with their acharya. That karma is called as Upakarma, which is a part of Upanayana. This Upakarma should be performed on the morning of Shravana Paurnami. That is the tithi meant for that Upakarma. That comes after the performance of Upanayana Samskara. Even nowadays, after Upanayana, parents are making their children, the son, to do Upakarma on Shravana Paurnami. That comes after the Upanayana is performed. Shravana Paurnamasyam anena prakarena kuryat. It should be done like this. On the day, they should change their Yagnopavita. Shravana Paurnami is considered as Jantyala Paurnami, we say. On that auspicious day, everyone should change their Yajnopavitas. On Paurnami day, moon shines with 16 Shodasa Kalas. In the same way, the Vatu should also shine with perfect knowledge. Acharyaha Sishyaisaka Najyam Snatva Darphasanasinaha Darphan Dharayamanaha. Like that the mantra goes, the procedure goes. The Acharya, along with Sishyas, takes holy bath, dips in the water and takes bath, gets darphas, and they sit on the seats made with darphas, darpha asana. So, and then sitting there, they start to do certain worship starting with Ganapati Puja. They should take a sankalpa that their education of Vedas should be complete without any hindrances, atankas. At the time of Upanayana, the priest tells Vatu about Vidhi and Nishedha, the duties, what are to be observed and what are not to be done by the Vatu. Here the Acharya once again reminds Brahmachari about the duties, his duties are their duties, and makes them worship Navakanda Rishis, fire god Agnideva, then Vishvedeva, then Sagumhuti Devatas, then Yagniki Devatas, and also Yajna Sambandha Devas and Devatas. So after completing the full procedure, the Acharya or the priest blesses the Brahmacharis or Vatus. Then he takes them to Gurukula along with him. And Veda Adhyayana begins with Agni Sukta. Om Agnimi Ile Purohitam Yajnasya Devam Ritvijam Hotaram Ratnathatamam. Like that, the Agni Sukta is there. So with this first mantra, Agni Sukta will be taught first, then all other Suktas, and slowly, gradually complete that particular Shaka to which they belong, that Veda will be taught to them, either Krishna Yajurveda or Shukla Yajurveda or Rigveda or Samaveda, like that. So, Upakarma is also now completed. In our Sanatana Sampradaya, elders start to teach reading and writing with Aksharabhyasa Samskara, then to begin to Veda Vidya. They celebrate this Upanayana and Upakarma Samskaras and then send their children to Gurukulas. The Sishyas serve Guru, the master, the Acharya. They consider Guru Patni as the mother and Guru as mother, that is Mata, Pita, and Deva also. They consider their Acharya to be equal to God and Father. And they study the Vedas and gain Vedic knowledge, and also study the Shastras by Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and gain that knowledge. And also, after being permitted by the Guru, after completing this education, they offer Guru Dakshina to Acharyas and then leave that Gurukula and return back to their homes and enter into Grihasthasrama. They start Gurukulas and start teaching that whatever they have learned from Gurus. By Guru Sishya Parampara, the Vedas should be preserved and protected. Until now, it's going on. Our Sanatana Dharma Tejas should be protected by all of us. With the chanting of Gayatri Mantra, everyone should uplift themselves and uplift others by spiritual knowledge. Our Sanatana Dharma should shine well with Brahmi Tejas and Kshatra Tejas. Protect our Bharata Desha and all Bharatiyas and bring peace and harmony in the world. Swasti for today.
Dhanyawad. Thank you. Thank you, Visalakshi garu. You have taken a special effort, great effort to prepare and come, and on a holiday you have spent a lot of time with us. We are all blessed. You want to say something? Do you hear me?
I'm not at all able to listen. Very low voice is coming. Even then you proceed at the...
Okay. I'm talking little loud. Others don't mind it. Okay, Shashagir Rao garu, you want to say something? 1 minute. You have to talk aloud.
Guru Garu, as per the schedule, 2 more days are allotted for this Shodasa.
Yeah, it will be there. Monday, Tuesday also.
Dhanyawada, Guruji.
Monday, Tuesday. PS Srinivas.
Amma, can you provide any material or notes for this?
Material, the same which I just spoke, that itself is my material. And in fact, regarding these samskaras, there are so many books, I think, from all Dharma Shastra Granthas, Apastamba, Guhya, Sutras, or so many other Shastras we can get, even from Shankalikita Granthas, etc. they say, or even so many great people wrote about the essence of the Smrutis Granthas also. So from those Granthas also we can get all this information. And in fact, this Upanayana, our Veda Samskruti Samiti itself is now going to publish a book regarding this, the Shodasa Samskaras, which I am teaching here. and Upanayana book separately.
Okay.
So then you can get all those books. On all Shodasa Samskaras, our Veda Samskruti Samiti is ready to publish a book, and separately this Upanayana Samskara and about marriage also separately. Right. So
Once it is ready, we will share it with all of you.
Please share this, your notes. Share your notes. That will be of a lot of helpful.
How do you want her to share the notes?
In the word form or some sort.
Who will make it word form? She has written it, with the hand.
Okay. She is not having any material with her ready.
No, that is being prepared, and it will be once it is published, you will get it will be posted in this group.
Okay.
But it is under preparation, she has done it for the first batch also.
Okay.
Based on that, some people are working on that, and it has been gone through 1 or 2 editings.
Okay.
And whatever your request, that is being processed from that time itself.
Okay.
But if you want her notes, you can go and collect it from her house. Can they do it? Visalakshi Mahodaya, can they collect a copy of your notes?
I have already that Telugu, English I did not send, but Telugu, all the pages, I have taken photographs and I have sent it. What all I spoke about this Sanatana Dharma completely, I have taken photos of all the papers and sent it. That is how they are doing, taking that.
Okay.
Of the matter, the papers on which I wrote.
Okay. If you, Srinivas Garu, if you want it, probably you will get it.
Thank you.
Get in touch.
Sure.
Anything else? Anybody? Aruna Kumari. Speak aloud.
Hello.
Speak
Amma.
aloud. Yeah.
Hello. హలో
చెప్పండి
అమ్మా,
ఇంకా
చాలా
సరిగా
బాగా చెప్పారమ్మా. నిజంగా మీ క్లాసులు విని చాలా నాలెడ్జ్ గెయిన్ చేస్తున్నాము. మన పద్ధతులు, ఆచారాలు బాగా తెలుస్తున్నాయి. ధన్యవాదాలమ్మా.
ఓకే అమ్మా, ధన్యవాదాలు. వినిపించిందమ్మా.
Okay, next. Else we will close. We will have Prarthana and Janaganamana. Ananthanji, are you there? Don't see his name.
He is there. Yeah, he's getting ready. He has to be unmuted.
Okay. He has to be unmuted.
There's some problem regarding unmuting. He's coming in.
I will try and do that. 1 minute.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिमैषाः गो ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अदनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Thank you. Dhanyawad. Now let's have Janagana Mana. Challa Chitti Babu garu.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनम गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद
Jai Hind.
जय हिंद.
Thank you. Now let us close. We have got late.
But then tomorrow, Monday, they'll be having